Welcome back to The Explainer. If you spend your days engineering complex systems or, just trying to figure out how to manufacture the impossible, you are absolutely in the right place. Today, we're diving into a literal powerhouse in the 3D CAD world, PTC Creo. But look, instead of just rattling off a boring list of software specs, let's unpack exactly how its essential features empower the entire product design lifecycle. We're talking about turning those loose sketches floating around in your head into physical, tangible reality.
Now, you might be wondering, what makes a design truly great? Is it that initial spark of an idea, or is it the flawless execution out there on the factory floor? Well, it's kind of a trick question, isn't it? Because honestly, a great design absolutely demands both. Think about it. A brilliant idea is nothing if you can't actually manufacture it, and flawless manufacturing is totally useless if the initial idea is, well, flawed. So in this explainer, we're going to explore how this software bridges that massive gap, taking us all the way from a raw concept right to the assembly line.
All right, here's our roadmap for today. Think of this as the actual life cycle of building your next big product. We'll start with 1, core modeling foundations, move on to 2, handling design complexity, then 3, simulation and innovation, 4, manufacturing and automation, and finally, 5, elevating your design game. Let's get right into it.
Okay, let's dive into this. Section 1, core modeling foundations, building the base of your design. It's genuinely fascinating to see how Creo balances two very distinct modeling approaches. First up, we've got parametric modeling. This is your highly logical, incredibly precise, intent-driven approach. It means if you change the length of one component, all the related ones automatically update to match. It's absolutely crucial for maintaining the core rules of your design as you iterate. But, sometimes you just need creative freedom without dealing with a complex web of constraints. And that's exactly where direct modeling comes in. It's hands-on, it's super flexible, you can literally just grab geometry and push or pull it for really quick changes. That makes it fantastic for rapid concept development or those last-minute tweaks where flexibility is the absolute priority. Being able to pivot seamlessly between the rigid logic of parametric and the pure creative freedom of direct modeling, that is a real game changer.
Section 2. Handling design complexity, scaling up your concepts.
Now, what's really interesting about this slide is how Creo clusters these distinct physical design domains to optimize performance as your product scales. Take advanced assembly, for instance. When you're dealing with thousands of components, standard CAD tools will usually just freeze up and, melt your CPU. But Creo uses simplified representations to keep things fast and responsive. Then we have advanced surfacing. This is totally vital for precision control on aesthetic or aerodynamic shapes where blocky, basic geometry simply won't cut it. And for sheet metal design, it calculates flat patterns and bends specifically to minimize waste, because we all know sheet metal behaves wildly differently than a block of solid plastic or machined steel. Moving right along to Section 3, Simulation and Innovation, stress testing the future.
So, this is where Creo's comprehensive simulation tools really shine. We're testing structural analysis to see if the thing actually holds weight, thermal dynamics to make sure it doesn't catch fire, and fluid dynamics for airflow. But why does this actually matter? The huge takeaway here is that catching these flaws digitally drastically reduces your reliance on physical prototypes. Every single time you have to machine a physical test unit, you're spending thousands of dollars and wasting weeks of time. By identifying those structural flaws or thermal bottlenecks early on, right inside the software, you save a massive amount of money and get to market significantly faster. For sure.
Now, one of the most freeing features for a creative engineer, and this really stood out to us, is the Design Exploration Extension, or DEX for short. It acts a lot like branching does in software development. You can quickly explore completely different design alternatives just by creating multiple branches. So you can test out a wild idea, see if it works, and if it completely fails, no worries. You haven't broken your main master model. It completely eliminates that terrifying risk of losing valuable approved work just because you wanted to try something new. It basically creates this safe, sandbox environment that actively encourages you to push boundaries and foster true innovation.
And what's truly amazing is what happens when you combine that safe sandbox with augmented reality. This brilliantly illustrates the final product for your stakeholders before a single piece of metal is ever cut. You can project a full-scale, interactive 3D model right onto a conference room table. They can walk around it, look inside it, and interact with it in a real-world context. Literally, no way to misunderstand the design. It completely changes the game for collaboration, ensuring everyone is on the exact same page before they sign off on manufacturing.
Let's move to and see how this builds.
Section 4. Manufacturing and automation. To the factory floor. The workflow of taking a validated design through Creo's integrated CAM solutions is just beautifully seamless. Step 1. You finalize and validate your 3D design. Step 2. You transition right into CAM without ever leaving the Creo environment. No exporting files, no translating formats, which, let's be honest, is usually where all the formatting nightmares happen. Step 3. You optimize the actual tool paths and machining processes directly on the model. And Step 4. You drastically reduce your production time and costs. By having the design and the manufacturing instructions intimately linked like this, any late-stage design changes instantly update the machining paths. It's incredibly efficient.
But efficiency isn't just about the machining itself. Through its API and scripting capabilities, Creo allows for massive customization. Think about it. If you find yourself clicking the exact same sequence of 10 buttons every single morning before you've even had your coffee, you can just automate that whole shebang. Tailoring the interface, creating custom features for your highly specific workflow, or integrating third-party apps. It's an absolute massive boost to your overall productivity.
And finally, Section 5. Elevating your design game. The ultimate value proposition.
So the crucial point is this. Leveraging these top features allows designers to enhance their creativity, improve efficiency, and deliver high-quality products. Whether you are a total novice or a seasoned pro who's been modeling for 20 years, understanding how these tools string together stops you from fighting the software. It lets the software do the heavy lifting. It fundamentally elevates your entire design process from start to finish.
I'll leave you with this final provocative thought to chew on. How will mastering these lifecycle features transform your next complex idea into a flawless, manufacturable reality? The tools are right there, waiting to be applied to your creative process. Keep innovating, keep designing, and we will catch you in the next explainer.